Coming up on State of Events.
Crowds flock to the annual Golden Gate Half Marathon.
And Election Day has finally arrived.
State of Events starts now.
Good afternoon and welcome back to State of Events. I'm Erykah Rodriguez.
And I'm Nasu Nguyen.
6,000 runners came together to participate in the 21st Golden Gate Half Marathon on Sunday. The 30-mile course had runners crossing down the Golden Gate Bridge not just once, but twice. The course had participants run through gorgeous areas of the city, including the Marina, Presidio, and the Creasy Fields. This is the first year since 2019 that the race was held in full capacity. A big congratulations to all those who participated.
The Public Policy Institution of California reports that the violent crime rate in Oakland increased by 6% in 2021 compared to the rate in 2020. Our reporter Eva Perez visited a safety and resource fair to find out more.
That's right, Nasu. The host of the Safety and Resource Fair shared with me what this fair means to their community.
The Safety and Resource Fair is an event held in Lincoln Square Community Center located in the city of Oakland. It is scheduled yearly on the first Saturday of November. The fair presents public safety information and cultural entertainment for the community.
Especially people coming to this safety fair, they get to meet with different organizations and providing all resources and equip them with knowledge and the ability to understand how to keep themselves safe, their family, also friends to be safe.
The Chamber of Commerce is proud to be a part of the Stop the Hate movement, as hate crimes have increased in the past 2 years.
That are anti-Asian have been up since 2020 by 73%. And as for gun violence, that number has been rose up to 34% here in America.
The last statistic comes from pewresearch.org.
Number one, it's based out here in Chinatown, but we have a lot of resources in Vietnamese, as well as Laotian. Once we had translators from our Korean-speaking officers to translate, but we're focusing on what is kind of the hottest or topics that we can push out to our community to keep them safe.
Oakland Chinatown Chamber, we host a lot of events and then workshops. So we have Lunar New Year Street Fest and then Summer Street Fest, and also have a spring banquet. And besides that, we also have a lot of workshops for business or for residents.
The fair shows how the city cares and tries to spread resources for citizens despite any language barriers or financial situation. Live from Oakland, I'm Evangelina Perez, State of Events.
That's amazing to hear, Eva. Tell me, how did you hear about this fair?
Well, I heard about this event through the Citizen app. The surprising part is that the Oakland City Chamber of Commerce was able to have 2 Citizen app representatives attend the event and encourage locals to use the app.
Beautiful. Thank you, Eva.
Election Day has finally arrived, with millions of ballots already cast. Billions of dollars spent on campaign ads and control of Congress at stake. Karen Kaifa is on Capitol Hill with a look at what we might expect tonight.
In the final hours of the 2022 midterm campaign, Democrats, including President Joe Biden, asking voters to see this less as a referendum on his presidency and more as a defense against a potentially destructive Republican majority.
We know in our bones that our democracy is at risk, and we know that this is your moment to defend it.
Republicans, optimistic voters will blame Democrats for decades-high inflation, pinching Americans every time they go to the grocery store, and other issues hitting households more acutely, as the party aims to flip both chambers of Congress.
Why is it competitive? Cost of living, crime, the inflation, the lost learning through COVID.
Republicans also eyeing former President Donald Trump's sway in tight contests like the U.S. Senate race in Ohio, where Trump stumped Monday night as the former president flirts with announcing a 2024 bid.
Tomorrow you must vote Republican in a giant red wave that we've all been hearing about.
But Democrats also see the talk of another Trump run as a motivator for their voters, especially women.
Our strength is based on who we lift up. And so we will fight, and when we fight, we win.
Vice President Kamala Harris crisscrossing the country to campaign with women candidates in the home stretch, centering a closing message against Republicans' restrictive abortion and voting rights proposals, two issues Democrats hope will make a difference. On Capitol Hill, I'm Karen Kafa.
Coming up after the break, a climate summit is held by the United Nations.
And a CFO of a major food company has been arrested, so stick around.
Minds can achieve anything. We make sure they get to college. Federal student aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with the mind to get there. Because if given the chance, minds will do great things. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Anticipate potential delays for the morning commute. In other news, a recent government report on prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
What are you talking about, man? Look at his stats.
It's about your right to be informed. Your right to access all types of information keeps us free as a nation.
No.
Today, there are real threats to press freedom.
Reaching residential areas by...
And your right to know about the world around us.
Look.
Some threats are obvious, some are easy to miss, but they all put our way of life at risk. We must defend against all of these threats, no matter what kind of news is important to you.
Justified putting American troops in harm's way?
That's a great question.
We must protect our right to know before it's too late. Understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
Welcome back to State of Events. LA City College student had classes canceled due to a stabbing that occurred last night. Reporter Laurie Perez has more.
Right now, I check my phone, and my phone say we have an emergency, no class today. Oh my God! And
LA City College students arriving for night school Monday were stunned to hear why the campus was closed and all in-person classes canceled. As they were turned away, sheriff's deputies still surrounded the campus parking garage in the 600 block of Heliotrope Drive, investigating a fatal stabbing inside the structure.
This is being treated as a homicide investigation.
Investigators say deputies were called to the garage near the student union just after 2 p.m. on reports of an assault. Inside, they say they found a man with wounds to the upper body. First responders pronounced him dead on the scene as the school was quickly placed on lockdown, staff and students told to shelter in place.
The suspect in this incident is outstanding.
As deputies closed off the garage looking for evidence, LACC's social media account put out a description of the suspect, described as a 5'7" black male, 160 pounds, black jacket and white shorts. For 2 hours, anyone on campus was kept there, classes and campus events canceled. A voting precinct on site was also shut down.
Yeah, we came to vote, and they say they locked out because something happened on the parking.
She said she'd go elsewhere to cast her ballot.
If we don't vote, somebody else is going to, vote for us, and we have to follow whatever they vote for.
World leaders have started gathering in Egypt for COP27, the United Nations annual climate summit. Governments from nearly 200 countries will discuss action to tackle climate change. The United Nations Weather Agency says the state of the Earth's climate is bad and getting worse faster than before, especially with sea level rise accelerating.
The chief of financial officers of Tyson Food was discovered inside a stranger's home in Arkansas. John R. Tyson is facing charges of public intoxication and criminal trespassing. The 32-year-old great-grandson of the founder of the meat processing giant fell asleep in a bedroom. A woman who lived there discovered Tyson sleeping on the bed there. The woman dialed 911, and the police recognized Tyson thanks to his driver's license. He was handcuffed before being taken to jail, where he will remain until posting bond.
Coming up after the break, some good news for coffee lovers.
And how you can enjoy the holiday skating away with your loved ones in San Francisco. So stick around.
Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, the pesticides, the water, the land, was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios, these goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
Many medicines used to treat colds and flu contain acetaminophen, a pain reliever and fever reducer found in hundreds of over-the-counter and prescription medicines. But taking too much or more than one medication containing acetaminophen per day can damage your liver. So always read the label and don't take acetaminophen if you drink 3 or more alcoholic drinks every day. To learn more, visit fda.gov/OTC pain info. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Food and Drug Administration.
Welcome back to State of Events. The grass is greener on the other side, or in this case, it's here at SF State. The Soul Patch Community Garden on campus is a small grove that contains 7 raised beds, a collection of herbs, fruit trees, and more. After a 2-year hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the garden sprung back into life. The goal of the garden is to offer students a place to practice gardening while providing the campus with fresh produce. The environmentally concerned organization of students hosts weekly workshops here behind Mary Park Resident Hall on how you too can grow your own healthy food.
It's starting to look a lot like Christmas. A winter wonderland in Union Square is where you can catch San Francisco beloved skate rink. It's officially reopened on November 2nd. As a tradition here, this holiday skate rink is the perfect outdoor activity for friends and family. Lace up your own skates or rent. General admission range from $15 to $20. Tickets must be purchased online since there is a touchless process on site. You can find those at unionsquareicerink.com.
For coffee lovers, today might be your day because today is National Cappuccino Day. The popular Italian drink is usually made with espresso, hot milk, and steamed milk foam. Among the popular cappuccino flavors, French vanilla, pumpkin spice, and peppermint. People can take part in National Cappuccino Day by using #Cappuccino Day on social media.
Oh, see, I love coffee, but my favorite, it's iced coffee.
Yep, I have to agree with you, Erykah. I love a good cold brew.
What do you think? Is Frappuccino and Cappuccino the same thing?
Honestly, I feel like a Frappuccino is more of a beverage that you can have any day of the week, while a Cappuccino is something that you have more during breakfast time. And they are also significantly more sweeter. But you know, I'll take either of them any day of the week. So.
I'll take the Frappuccino.
Of course.
That's all we have for you today. Thanks for joining us. Get out there and exercise your right to vote. The polls in California is closed at 8 p.m. tonight.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for weekly updates. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube on Becca Media. We want to hear from you. From the State of Events newsroom, I'm Nasu Nguyen.
And I'm Erykah Rodriguez. Stay safe and dry out there.